All right, guys, welcome back. So I'm going to cover two topics in this video. The first one is why use white label digital marketing services, and the other one is going to be, well, what are white label digital marketing services? And actually, let's start with what are digital white labeled marketing services. And I just want to give you an idea of kind of broad picture of what it is, so you can kind of see how practically it can be used in your agency. So let's get started. So what are white label digital marketing services? White label digital marketing services. Let's extract white label first. White label is a fancy term that means you get to brand that service to your company so that when you put that service out into the public's view on that service, that white labeled service, they're going to see your branding. They're never going to know that that white labeled service is being provided by another company. Make sense? The reason why they use the term white label came from, I believe it came from like t-shirts that you can buy wholesale and say, can we white label the t-shirt? And then we slap our own logo on it. I think it's a product thing. Anyways, that's what white label digital marketing services are. You are leveraging a digital marketing service provider, white label company, to allow them to run services on your behalf for your clients, and they do it all branded towards your company. So the clients just see your branding and know that think you're the one providing the service. Okay, so that's basically what that means. Now let's move a little further. What does that mean exactly? Now, when you're starting an agency, you could technically start yourself, right? And usually most people start by themselves. They get a client, they service them, then they maybe get 3, they service them, they do onboarding, they do billing. I mean, pretty much you're doing everything. Let's just say you get 10 or 15 clients instantly. You're going to be struggling to like follow up with all the emails, manage them, make sure you're getting all the assets, you're building out the campaigns, you're troubleshooting, everything you need from contracts, you're doing paperwork, then you got to fulfill the work. Like I said, you're building out campaigns, you're building websites, you're doing this, you're doing everything. So now what is happening, you're overwhelmed. And you realize, I need to hire someone. So what you do is you go out and you hire someone for like $2,000 a month or whatever, full-time, and roughly $30,000 a year. And then you scale further and go, this is working really well. Then you get 10 or 15 clients more and go, wow, we are capped out. We can't scale. Now you have to hire another full-time person to manage another 15 clients. So for, 50 or 40 clients, you have 3 or 4 full-time people. And if that's minimum wage essentially for, 30,000 a year, give or take. I mean, I know it's different places, but that's about 3, 6, 9, 12. That's like $120,000 a year to manage 50 clients. Okay. So you can see how hiring someone full-time internally can be really expensive. It might not help you scale as quick as you want, especially if you're starting off new. And you then have to hire people that are meant for that job. So you may hire 2 Google ad experts, then get someone who wants Facebook ads. Now you got to get a Facebook ad expert. Okay, so it's volatile. You don't know what services you're going to need to provide. On the other hand, you could consider white label marketing services. Remember what I said? You leverage another company's services, they brand it through you, and then you provide that service to the client. But the white label company takes care of all the work, so you don't have to do anything. Typically, when you work with a white label marketing agency, they have already done the training. They only work with Google ad experts, Facebook ad experts in their field for other marketing agencies, and they also provide like every service that you need. So they're able to offer you a really and heavily discounted rate to utilize their white label service. So you might, instead of spending thousands a month, you might go to a white label marketing service and spend somewhere between less than $100 to a couple $100 a month to get the same result, which is basically, I need someone to run my Google ads for this client because I have 14 of them and I need to scale. Okay, you could put those people through the white labeled marketing agency. They'll scale with you, and comparably, instead of spending thousands of dollars a month on one person to manage 3 or 4 accounts, whatever, you could actually use the white label agency to manage each client and maybe only spend a couple $100 per month out of what they're paying you for expert ad managers or a team of 3 at times to manage that client for you. So the cost is way lower. The scalability is there. You don't have to worry about finding new service providers. You don't have to worry about, we got to learn how to do Facebook ads now. The white label marketing agency pretty much has everything you need. Let's jump into some service ideas that an agency like that would offer. So, for instance, DashClicks, we're a white label digital marketing service. So we offer SEO. You could just put your clients through us. We'll manage all the work that needs to be done. You just bring in clients, and we do SEO. We do content marketing, like Facebook or social media content, or like blogs. We do Google ads, or we do Facebook ads. And we're also adding more services as time progresses, because there's new social media platforms coming out. There's new methods, there's new things, and we got to stay valid. So you don't have to worry about any of that stuff as an agency owner. You don't have to worry about hiring full-time people. I mean, if you scale to a certain point, you might want to consider that. For the most part, you don't have to worry about hiring full-time people. You don't have to worry about, staying in the loop with knowing all the new algorithmic changes for SEO or for social media, or like for Google ads or Facebook ads. Our team is basically on trend with all of that. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff, and you get to pay less than you would for one full-time person. So that is what white label marketing agencies are. And I kind of sort of went into why I use digital marketing services, but just to kind of recap, the reason why you'd want to use these white label marketing services is because, first of all, it scales easily with your business. If you're just focusing on sales, then you have the free time to focus all your energy on sales, and then just put your clients through the white labeled company like DashClicks to manage all the work. Most of the time spent in a marketing agency without white label fulfillment is the fulfillment. Because you got to deal with the customer, back and forth communication, you got to build things, you got to do revisions. It's a hassle. So if you take that chunk off your plate, you get to have 100% full effort into sales and getting clients, put them into the DashClicks white label fulfillment service. All you have to worry about is getting new clients. So it'll scale with you as well. You don't have to worry about learning the next hot new Facebook ad, campaign method, or Google ad algorithms, or anything like that. The agency takes care of you. So it opens up your agency to scale more, to grow quicker. You don't have to go through those typical growing pains that, before white label marketing agencies existed. People who wanted to start their marketing agency had to follow that old kind of model. It was you until you're capped out with the work. Then you get one new full-time person. You both work until you're both capped out. You get a new hired person. You both work till all 3 of you are capped out. Now you don't have to worry about that. You just funnel in as many clients as you can. The white label marketing agency will scale with you. It's that easy. And it actually, one of the best things about this too, besides everything I just mentioned, is your margins will be better than they ever were. Now, that claim is really geared towards people who already have an established agency. But what this will do is prevent you from hitting profit margin bottlenecks in the future. As you scale, generally your expenses grow with you. And if you already have thin margins because you've hired a bunch of full-time people, it's going to be difficult to scale because your margins will be so tight that you can't fund new help or fund the growth of the company. You're just basically barely covering your expenses and having a little bit left over. So if you outsource the work, that means your expenses are like a fraction of what they were. Therefore, your margins are larger, healthier. You can distribute that profit into hiring new team members where it counts, hiring new salespeople, paying your location's rent and not worrying about having things left over. And then you don't have to hit profit margin bottlenecks. Okay. So I hope you got value out of this video. If you have not already done so, sign up for your free DashClicks account. It's forever free. It doesn't cost you anything. Just go to DashClicks.com, sign up. It'll also be in the resources to do that too. And what I'm going to do in these next few videos is we'll start incorporating what it looks like in terms of pricing with what it is to use like a DashClicks white label service compared to like hiring a full-time person. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.